now. The 3v3 situation. The T players do with a fair bit of utility to use. I might be able to hold something off. Seeing one player crawl his way. Going to be backed up by his teammates. That's Tux here. Only one player contesting Heaven, and he will. Tux actually going to find that frag there. Moe getting taken out. The UMP not doing it too much at all. And they're going to have a very clean sweep onto this B site. Tux getting the bomb down. Consolidated positions and start getting into defensive positions now. As we are seeing, Malta actually going to be finding Burn. Goes up towards the uppers position near Pop Dog there. Prackham just last one left, 1v3 situation.
Oof, completely obliterated. Nice shot there.
Tux literally just deleted his player model from the game. It is gone. It doesn't exist.
It's out of there.
Chiefs will claim their first round going forward here. Their economy not looking too good right now. If they lose this one, they might be put back onto some sort of a half buy or an eco.
That's interesting, the orb drop. I'm guessing, I didn't actually see, but I'm guessing that came from Moe, as he did have those extra UMP frags in that last round. Could have made that extra bit of money. They needed to drop that out, but nonetheless, there is an AWP in the server. It's going to be very, very big for these Grayhound guys. That could be the difference maker in this round.
Definitely could be. Tux, though, getting absolutely dinked down to 16 HP. That would have come from Urcast there. Where's Urcast playing? He's playing 4. It would have been just a dink. They're going to get forced out.
Good Molly.
Molly doing not too much damage, but just forcing those players away, so just stalling for time. So those players going down Pop Dog. They are going to try and recontest it now. Ins and Pex. Pex being the first contact. No, Ins possibly going to be the first contact to see these CT players.
So they will be just getting ready to bust out Pop now, completely blinding up Burn at E-Box. And out they go. They're all blind. Everyone's having issues right now, and eventually Burn will find himself a kill, but he gets traded immediately into the A site. The T's go. 4 versus 4. Heavy damage through the smoke there. Alistair dropping in the upper halls with his teammates. We're going to go through these smokes down towards B. Still got players here though. It's 4 versus 4. It's 2 on each bomb site for the CTs, and good trades coming in both ways. Bomb going down at the very end of the bomb train. Haven't some issues with our monitors. 1 versus 3 though. The AWP of Gratisfaction should be saved.
Yeah, Grat just going to pull back through Ivy. He's just going to stay, try and keep this weapon alive. The economy of Grayhound will get broken if they lose this.
It's not a great setup for them really, but hopefully they'll be able to save it. Something they need economy-wise. They did invest a lot of money into it. It is Moe's AWP. Good. I was correct. I couldn't actually see it. Couldn't read it. But Grat in uppers might actually be pressured here. He doesn't have a player close, but Malta's made noise. He's going the other way. Grat, be careful with his frag, and he finds the shot nice and easily. Grat doesn't miss those ones in close range. Be able to keep this AWP alive as no one else from the Chiefs is anywhere near.
I mean, as far as round losses go, that's probably the result you want. Keep that AWP on Gratisfaction for as long as you possibly can. He's going to be the anchor for this team. Obviously, the rest of Grayhound, not a lot of money to spend. Just Moe upgrading his pistol, the P250, got a little bit more money than the rest of his teammates comparatively. We are just going to see actually a very big stack towards A site for the CT. He's
trying to work off Grat.
Yeah, work around him, and if he drops, then obviously try and trade him out and grab the AWP again.
Just going to be rotating. Move over and hold the B site with his team. It's a pretty difficult round though, this one really. It's just the pistols and the AWP. Grat's got to do it all, and he's definitely a player that can, but if he gets caught out unawares by these rifles, he could have a problem. But Peck's going to be peeking in. Looks like he will be showing the shoulder. We'll get a flashbang out, but no such peek yet. Molotov comes in. Moe's waiting for the ladder, waiting for this push. This school position we were just talking about. Moe is there, and gets taken down from upper as Pex comes in. Grat is in a very tough spot indeed. They've found him out. They know where the AWP is. They must know everyone else is on pistols. This round is just a matter of cleaning up for the Chiefs. Gratisfaction might want to consider getting out of here immediately.
Yeah, maybe just have one guarding player as Grat exits maybe through back to Ivy or something like that, but try and keep this alive as much as possible. Prackham going to be actually finding a frag. Burn and Prackham actually dropping to Pex. Gratisfaction left. He's going to miss the shot on the pushing Pex there. And Malta flanking around back from Ivy is actually going to find Grat, and the AWP has been lost.
A lot of damage there from the Chiefs. That's pretty much what you want in that sort of situation. You want to be able to drop the AWP, keep it out of the hands of Gratisfaction. As economic damage aside, you just don't want Grat having an AWP against you on the CT side.
Oh, 100%.
He's just going to lock down an angle and he's going to try and ruin your day.
And I think one of the biggest points we can probably focus on right now is the fact that Chiefs, as it stands, they didn't pick up that AWP. They don't want to even risk having Grat being able to pick that thing back up again. They know how deadly he is with it. Now Grat obviously has been forced back onto a scout. And the rest of his players do have M4s, but he himself, a bit of a lesser weapon there.
He can make a scout work. Grat's the kind of guy that can hit those headshots when he needs to. But still not exactly as nice as it would have been to save that AWP. So, still a scoped weapon though. That's what you want from Gratisfaction as the next round will get underway. Chiefs with the bomb on back. Can further out their lead here beyond the 3 rounds it's currently got. CT's going for a bit of a different setup. Urcast going up on the hut in con, and there is a lot of utility coming his way from the Chiefs.
Yes, he's going to be the only real defense against this. Bomb will get put down without too much contest. Multi actually going to be finding Urcast. Burn going to be trading back out, taking out Malt himself. Now left in a 4v4. The bomb is being planted. There's still a fair bit of utility for the Greyhounds to use. A couple of smokes. One smoke just being used now. See how we go. Still Molotov as well to try and isolate some positions, some good flashbangs.
There's a boost coming over that smoke as well. That's a position that Tux is completely not ready for. Praken going up high, catches him out. 3 versus 3. Bomb ticking away. Pex swinging out from E-Box, finds himself a big spray transfer. Pex is going to close it out all on his own. Very well played there from him in the end. It's going to be 4 rounds for Chiefs as opposed to the 2 of Grayhound.
Indeed it is, and this is going to be securing Chiefs' economy now, as we can see quite a lot of money spread across the team. We actually see Alistair on just over $10,000, whereas Grayhound forced back onto an eco. We are seeing a Zeus buy for a Moe. This will be interesting.
Moe does this a lot, actually. I've seen Moe normally goes for a cheeky Zeus in these sort of situations, and honestly, I'd like to see more players do it. I mean, it's like a knife, but a little bit slightly more likely to pay off, because a Zeus costs you, what, nothing. And, well, not quite nothing, but very little. And if you can pick your positions well, you can grab yourself a gun, get away with it. If nothing else, you get to hear a little meh when someone dies, and that's always a good time. No, we'll not do that noise again if you ask. Other than that, though, it's just the pistols. Full rifle round for the Chiefs, taking it slowly. They don't run into this trap.
Absolutely not. We are seeing pretty much the full stack almost from Greyhound. We've only got the one player towards B. I believe that could be Moe there, I think. Yep, that would be Moe. So he's playing that ramp position there. He's got that Zeus in hand, ready to go. See if he can pop anyone who tries to push out.
Moe's so ready.
He's ready for it. He's itching. He's been waiting all morning.
Bring them to me. Feed them to me. I will zap them. Or I will zap one of them because it's a one-shot. Hey, that's all right. 1 Zeus is better than no Zeus. Chiefs, though. Looking like they might actually come this way. Moe might have a chance, but he misses it, fires it while blind. It goes past the kneecaps, and Pex is in and tapping away. Looking for some more kills if he can find them.
A good push by Alistair here. Actually cutting out Gratisfaction and a couple more players there being cleaned up by the rest of the Chiefs. And not losing a single player during that eco. That is perfect stuff for the Chiefs there. They're securing their economy even further, and Greyhound need to try and claim one back. Put themselves in a better stead. Only the 2 rounds that they started off with.
They did have a double AWP out there as well.
Yep.
So the double AWP on Moe and Grat, that's fairly standard really.
Yeah.
If they're going to take on 2 AWPs, it's... I was going to say pretty much always. I don't think I've ever seen not Grat or Moe AWPing unless it's like a save situation or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
The double AWP out on the CT side is very effective on a lot of maps, really. But on train is a particularly good one, depending on your AWPers, depending on how they play. But it's, you know, it's a very linear map. There's a lot of just long lines that you can lock down. Yeah. So it's good for scopes.
No, exactly, and especially when you have such good reactionary kind of players like Moe and Gratisfaction who are able to sort of change up the positions, like we were saying before for the overpass kind of example. Grat is able to he won't overcommit to something. He won't re-pick if he knows he's going to lose that duel. He plays very smart, and train's perfect for that because you have multiple long lines of sight, especially looking out towards the A and B bomb sites. You've got plenty of avenues for the AWP to come into play.
And the other thing is as well, talking about the actual players, of course, we've spoken about Grat a fair bit, but Moe I think is worth a mention because he's their secondary AWPer, sure, but he's been the primary AWPer of many lineups that he's played in.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
You know, as far as backup AWPers, you can't really complain too much.
Yeah, exactly. If you have your secondary AWPer who's also used to being a primary AWPer.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Grant, you know, is sort of probably the more favoured. He's just so quick with it. It's ridiculous. But you know, Moe's, I think, especially if he's going to probably play towards that B bomb site, even if he just hangs back, watches Heaven, and just, if they get onto the site, play the retake with his teammates, that would work out perfect for them, because they can try and get the pick onto the Heaven players as they try and push out, provided he's not smoked off, and he can work it that way, whereas Grat can probably play a little bit more reactionary towards Ivy and actually on the A bomb site itself. So, interesting to see how they actually bring the AWPs into effect.
Well, I suppose the other advantage of having a secondary AWPer who is an AWPer is that, I mean, on CT side, right, realistically, at this level, this sort of level, we're talking Tier 1 Australian CS, we're talking the best players in our region, right?
Yeah.
You can give pretty much anyone on a top, especially on the teams here, anyone on a sort of top 5, 6 team, an AWP on CT side, they'll be able to lock down an angle, they should get a kill.
Yeah.
Right? Because all these players have the aim from rifles, that they can hit those flicks fine. If it's a short-range little flick just holding down an angle, they can do that. But when you have two actual AWPers, you can play a little bit more dynamic with it. Like if you want to have, say, a double AWP aggro set up somewhere, you can do something like that. I mean, that's not a very good example, but, you know, you can do things that you have a little bit more freedom because you have two AWP players as opposed to one AWP player who's an AWPer and a turret, which is just someone sitting there with their finger on the trigger ready to frag. But looks like we are back into this one now. Both AWPs, as we mentioned, are out for the CTs. It's actually a heavy A stack right now. And Moe, this is what we were talking about. This is that aggro line looking straight up the lower ramp. It's flushed out, though. Has to turn away.
That's it. Tux here, just kind of peeking, trying to get the information, just watching that Heaven uppers area. Grayhound sort of spread across the map. Mainly towards that A side. We are seeing a bit of a rotate towards B. Got the 3 and 2 set up now. The two players playing more towards the connector side of B. Play a bit more safe and play for the rotates.
AOC using some utility to get back in. That was CT utility, my mistake. Getting back into A main, and the push is coming in very, very quickly. Burn playing in towards Hell, getting Molotov'd out completely, and Inns has found his way all around the site. He's under Heaven, he's waiting for these guys to peek him, and he will find the first kill. Easy as the white gets the Molotov out, and an unfortunate miss by Gratisfaction makes it a 2 versus 5. Make that a 2-on-4 as Burn grabs back 1, but it's Burn and Noe against 4 on the Chiefs. And there's some nice tap card coming through from Pex. Finds himself a frag, and Tux with the flank will be closing that one out. Good round from the Chiefs. We want to see these good rounds on their own map pick, of course, but it's good to see that so far they are playing well. With their own AWP out still. Full save by the looks of things for Grayhound. They do have a little bit of money. They can invest in some pistols, but this is not a round in which they'll be buying full guns, I guess is what I'm trying to say here.
No, absolutely not. Alright, as you can see, we are seeing probably another fairly quick play out of the Chiefs. I'm going to slow it down slightly as I'm going to go above Pop Dog.
Look at this push from Urcast, though. He's all the way in Brown Halls with a, I nearly said P90. It's a 5.7. It's good enough. He goes around this corner, depending on the timing. He could find himself some frags, but Tux is aware. Tux is watching for it. He's got his crosshair set perfectly on the head level of where that pick will come. And you'd think, really, it's just a waiting game here. It's actually Pex moving in by mistake. Oh, they're lining up smokes. If Urcast picks his time here, this could be very, very difficult indeed. He's going to find his first shot, but now they know. Looking for more with that 5.7 in hand. Has the ball back, he pushes out and can't find the last kill. But that's good damage. It's a 3-on-3. That's 2 kills from pistols. And that's a really good start for Grayhound in this round. The more damage they can do to Chiefs' economy, the better, before it just runs away from them. Still 3-on-3 though. Pistols in a very difficult situation. Another kill coming in for Inns. 2 versus 2. I can only assume that we're still at this point. I'm just going to continue going. Having a few tech issues here, guys, but sorry, we're working through it. Either way, 2 versus 2. AKs versus 1 AK retrieved for the Grayhound guys, and a single P250. There's armor on that AK as well. Burn, and Grat's trying to get in and stop this plant, but he can't do it. 2 versus 1. For Burn, are you okay with a Grayhound in hand? Not quite, with an AK in hand. Looking for this first frag. He'll find it, makes it into a 1 versus 1. Doable situation for him now. Gets a flashbang out of lower ramp, going in hard. Actually gets away from the Molotov. It's been thrown in that smoke. Takes a bit of damage. Goes to touch the bomb. Will get taken out by Pex, though. Well played clutch from him. Makes it 7 rounds for the Chiefs on their T side. And they're progressing very, very well here. Looks like I'm just going to be soloing for a bit while we work on some tech issues, so that's fine. No, Alex is back.
I am back, here we go. Just trying to get our monitors at the casting desk sorted now.
To give you guys a bit of a mental image about this, we're leaning around the barrier that you saw behind us and going off the projector. It's a fun time.
It is. And my eyesight is just bad enough that it's very hard to make out the names of the players.
Gratisfaction got a kill on Alistair. I'm long-sided. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much.
Flush coming out of low ramp again for Tux, living to take this B site. Entry fragging for his team. He'll get out to get a quick headshot on the molly there. And player close. Being shut down by Tux. Very well played indeed. That's Urcast hitting the floor. Good shot from Grab though. Although not. I thought it hit. It didn't. Been lied to.
You've just been CSGO'd, my friend.
I have. I'm not even playing it. I've been CSGO. Smoke out a lower ramp to let Tees get out safely in this 4 versus 2. Orp and M4. Make it just M4. It's Burn left alone again. 1-on-4 this time. He went for it last round in the 1-on-2. I can't imagine he'll be able to do too much here, but I'm sure he'll give it his best shot. It's 1 frag at least onto Malta. Flashbang out for himself as well, but there's Tees on every single angle. And I can't imagine he'll be able to get too much done.
No, the best thing is, I think honestly the best thing is probably just back out. That bomb plant's been down for way too long. Only 25 seconds left for that bomb site now, so not quite enough.
I only just realized that we have a timer above the thing, and that's actually the bomb timer.
And it is.
That's really cool.
That is very cool, isn't it?
I like innovation. And the lights on the wall and the flashing, man, we've got some cool production stuff here. See, this is the thing with us actually looking at the studio. We can see all this really cool stuff. If you want to see it for yourself, come on down, have a good time. But it will be another round going to the T side of the Chiefs on their own map pick. Burn should just stay alive with this AK. And he gets a kill right at the end there as well, just to make the deal a little bit sweeter. I said AK, it's an M4. But hey, it's a rifle. You guys know what I'm about. Full buy again for the Chiefs. So they've looked dominant so far on this T side.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of those faster plays as they start to push towards, down from heaven and down the B ramp, they're able to actually just capitalize on just catching some of these players off guard, I think. They're able to steamroll onto the side. And Pex's entry frags has just been incredible. The headshots he's been able to hit.
Tux too.
And Tux as well, yeah.
It's the CK boys. That's not a good title for them, but you know what I mean. The kiss suffix, I don't know. I'm trying to group them together and it's not working out for me.
It's somehow...
you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
You know exactly what I'm on about. It's the M4 of Burn going for a hero gun, given that he saved it. His teammates all have Desert Eagles looking for some headshots. I'm going to say it's not much more satisfying in this game than a nice 1-dig, but difficult to hit them. The Chiefs playing the way that they are, not giving them too many openings at all. Still 5 players alive, no damage taken, a bunch of utility. Can you imagine they'll be going towards this B-bomb side again? They've seemed to favour it pretty heavily, and now Peck's going to be the first one to entry out from upper B.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be pushing through. The oil tanker, he's going to find one. There's 1 to CT left. It's just not going to happen.
All on Cracker.
Crack him. Not able to capitalise with that dig, or not able to get those headshots in the end. But
5 players alive.
5 players alive is actually, it's a dream when it comes to eco rounds. He's playing very well.
That's pretty much the anti-eco round that you want, really.
Yeah.
If you're going to have any eco round, or you're going to win an anti-eco round, you want it with 5 players up, you want those guns up, you want to do the best that you can. But right now, it is a 7-round lead for the Chiefs. It's really going to be about as good as it gets. His game is flickering in and out. This is rough.
Actually, an interesting play. We've got the CT up here. Their position opening.
Oh boy. This is rough.
I really wish I could see the names.
It's Inns jumping down Pop Dog right now, waiting for that Molotov to clear. Gets down. Down Pop. Actually, it wasn't him firing. I don't know who that was. It sounded very loud. Burn falling back though. Still playing close here. Tees throwing their grenades out onto the A bomb site from the top of Pop, and it's still going to be a B hit by the looks of things. All right, looks like it is a B hit in the end. The AWP of Moe scoped up here, trying to find any kills that he can, but having a difficult time of it. It's really not easy to cast at all, but on the retake, or on the attempted retake, it's Urcast finding 2 for himself, making this one much more doable. 4v2, goes for the defuse in the smoke, but can't find it. Gets clotheslined by Malta as the timer ticks lower and lower. Just over 20 seconds left now. It's all on the 1T of Alistair with the AWP in his hands. And they're already on the bomb in the smoke. Kit defused, 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left, nothing at all that can be done. Alistair will just try and stay alive, can't find the frag, but... Oh no, he doesn't get it either. He gets AWP'd out by Gratisfaction well after time. That's no money.
honestly, that was a wasted opportunity. He needed to fall back from that position. Obviously, you want to do as much economic damage as possible, but
none happening.
It's just not going to happen. He needed to probably just save it off, even if they went for that defuse and he isn't able to stop it. Just
do something.
At least just try and save that AWP at the very least.
The double AWP persists for the CTs, though. It's one of those things that's been working dividends for them. Either one or both AWPs have been fragging consistently, and I say it, there it is. Moe grabs one, Molotovs himself back to be able to stay safe. Fortunately, can't stay alive from Pex, though, who's been very sharp on his entries, as we've said, but there's Urkast finding another. Alive at 4 and 3, but again, the bomb's down, and because we're looking at the projector, I'm not keeping my notes on who's going where, but I'm fairly certain the Chiefs have gone A like twice in this. They're loving their B bomb site, and why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just going to keep running B. Keep forcing Grayhound into these awkward retake situations.
Well, definitely, and especially since we are seeing some great entry frags, and they're just getting mopped up. The Greyhounds just don't have an answer for this B here every single time. They would maybe get 1 or 2 frags as they try and trade in, but it's just not happening in the end.
It's all left up to Prackham. He's going for some damage through the smoke here, and through the smoke and the molly. Said he's going to swap out to the AWP and fall back. Gets a grenade down there just to try and do a little bit of extra damage before he bails, but he's got the AWP. That's the main thing. You can throw that back into the hands of Grat or Moe. I wouldn't actually mind seeing either of them, considering that Moe's been getting a pick lower ramp pretty consistently. That's one of the things that's been working for Grayhound. It's Moe's picking lower ramp every round, and because of how much the Chiefs are liking going B, he's getting a pick up the top there pretty much every time. The problem is, he gets caught on the fallback, he gets caught out by the entries of Pex, usually. And that's a bit of a problem for them. And I mean, I can talk about how getting 1 pick is working for them well, but they're 7 rounds down with just 2 left in this half. This could be a 12-3 T-side from the Chiefs here if this keeps going.
Yeah, 100%. I was seeing a missed shot just come out there.
That was from Grat.
Grat? Yeah.
Here's the AWP.
Thank you very much. See Chiefs. Changing it up slightly. We do have a couple of players now towards I. Contact play.
Nice shot.
Gonna get shut down.
Good entry there from Tuck. Not finding any more though. And Burn on the flank with the Desert Eagle will take down 1, grab himself an AK-47. Makes it a 4 on 3. Chiefs having a bit of issues in this round. The AK's there. A Burn to take down another 2 on 4 now. Bomb still in the hands of the Chiefs, I believe. No, it's not. It's back in team main. It's really hard to see these things. Instead, they're going to be walking out of Pop Dog onto the A site. And Urkast is waiting here behind E-Box. Swats the shadow and finds the first frag. Now, all on Alistair. AWP in hand. 1 on 4. Has spotted out 1, but still has to go back and get that bomb. And he has 40 seconds to play with. He's going to find that thing. It's not going to be easy for him at all. At least the bomb is somewhere he can still grab it. But even so, he's scared. He throws a pop flash to get himself out in case the CTs have pushed up closer to deny that bomb to him. And they are going to peek, but the timing is unfortunate for Alistair. He just unscopes at the wrong moment. That's a flashbang I thought he was going to throw up, but it's actually to cover behind him. He's only got 20 seconds left, though. At this point, he needs to save or he needs to die. Getting the bomb down in these sorts of circumstances is not likely. I don't know where he is, but he's managed to find himself the decent engagements. He actually almost spotted out another there. Alistair jumps by him. You can get the bomb down here. No way, he can. He's going to be denied by Grab, but yeah, he has no time. Misses the shot, awkward no-scope battle, and eventually Alistair will be closed out. But a valiant effort there.
It definitely was. I mean, he just had to hold on to that AWP for as long as possible and try and get that bomb down, but just not enough time really to play with in the end. The pressure coming from those CTs just working its magic. So moving forward, we did see some flickers of some nice shots, but no AWP for a little bit yet. Oh, no, sorry, I apologise. I do tell a lie. Alistair does have an AWP again.
He did. Grat's going for this pick upper once again. This last round as well. Got caught out in the Molotov though. This time he's ready, but Tux is aware of it. Gets a flashbang out. He's ready for this player close though. They're going to fall back anyway. Grayhound decided to play the site instead. Don't get caught out being too aggro.
Absolutely not. Chiefs been really good at sort of measuring the aggression that they use and pushing on some of these sites. So yeah, they're able to slow it down absolutely when they need to and kind of catch out Grayhound players, catch them out of position as they're trying to rotate. So it's not all brute force for them. It's definitely working.
Above the floor though. Urkast playing on the bomb train, waiting for this push out of Pop. He's found himself above the smokes, but he's completely blind. Utility usage from the Chiefs. Quite a thorough execute, but from the looks of things, they're just going to use the pour out of Pop. And there's the spam coming from Prackham, and he gets obliterated by Inns through the top of that smoke. 5 on 3 now. And Moe's going to catch him out from behind, finds 2 frags very quickly. doing well to answer back. Actually does heavy damage again, but he's tagged down to 10. Tuck's going to get that bomb down. Default spot, end of that bomb train. Difficult retake. They've got to go for it, though. It's the last round of the half right now for Grayhound. They need to commit to this. They can't afford to just sit back. There's no point. There's a frag for Urcast at least. Makes it a 3-on-2. 23 seconds left on this bomb. And that's Tuck's clotheslining Urcast. 2 versus 2. Minimal time remaining. There is kits on these CTs, so they've got enough time to work with him. They've got to get a move on quite quickly. And there's Tuck's doing yet more work. It's all up to Grat. He will find himself one. He's in a one-on-one, but there's mollies and everything on the bomb. He's going to die. There we go. Goes down in the molly, and it's 11-4 half for the Chiefs over Grayhound.
Beautiful stuff. Really just consistent work from the Chiefs. That B bomb site just getting very heavily favoured.
Was indeed, but hopefully we're getting into the second half without too much delay. Still just trying to work with a bit of an improvised casting setup here, guys, so please forgive us. We're doing our best. Now, Grayhound take the T side on train. This pistol round is all important for them. If they can't get this, then Chiefs are going to be very quickly up towards the 14-15 round mark, barring any anti-ecos that go awry. We haven't really seen, apart from that one brief spell on Keish, we haven't really had too many anti-ecos not go the way they should. And there's the game again, good.
It's sort of popping in and out for us, so we apologise if we're a little bit all over the place at the moment.
I think you might have ruined our headsets there a little bit. you have a look at that. I'm gonna, push the cords in. We're just gonna continue rolling here. We'll try and sort these things out, guys. I do apologise for the issues, but we're doing the best we can with what we have. Tease though, playing passive for now. Looking to get set up to move into those halls. Can't even see where they're going because the map is too damn small. My life is difficult. Taking it slow with their Grayhound. They know this pistol round is very, very important to them. They can't afford to throw it away with a quick rush that gets shut down by the USPs. Instead, they're waiting for the Chiefs to get antsy, waiting for the Chiefs to push them. But being this many rounds ahead, we can only assume Chiefs will be disciplined about it. And wait around until the dying seconds. And Grayhound finally decide to move. They do a little bit of utility there on Urcast. He's lining up a smoke for the A-bomb site right now. There it goes. There's a flashbang as well to support that, but his teammates in the meantime, the bomb is going B. That smoke is literally to draw rotates, and it's worked as well. Only person here is Pex, but he's quite happy to play these long-range engagements all day. He has that USP. That is what it's for. That is what it's good at. And the rotates are already coming in from the Chiefs. Burn's going to get caught out as well. Pex picking up 2 with the pistol. Always makes big plays in these rounds. And this one's going very, very well for Chiefs indeed. It's only Gratisfaction. Well, now all up to Urcast. He's very, very low on HP. He's still finding frags, but he's in a 1 versus 2. Has to fall back off this bomb, and there's a kit available as well. They can just get one player on the defuse. The other one's going to push him. It's Pex on the push. Urcast does tap away, though. He has to go and stop this defuse right now, and the kit is just
and he's going to get shut down as well. Beautiful stuff by the Chiefs players.
Oh, good. Looks like our screens are back. Excellent.
Well, that works.
So we're back to the way we should be.
Now I can actually cast as well because I can actually see.
Yeah, good.
You don't have to do all the legwork.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, that's out of all of our control here. It's just some unavoidable tech issues we have. Some components popping up at late notice, but we're all going to do the best we can. Shout out to the production crew for everything they do for us. I mean, we wouldn't look anywhere near as good without them. And there's Alistair. He's already used all the bullets on his MP9. He's going for the USP. Just going to bail back and let his teammates save him. Money is nothing when you want to stay alive. He's stinked out, actually, but he's doing work. No, he is there. Going to find 1, but it's Pracken on 7 HP with some burst fire ambitiousness.
That was a little bit ambitious, wasn't it? Well, the Chiefs really just commanding in this entire game. They're really showing their experience on this map. Train being really probably their playground. Just able to hold that B site, and do perfect retakes, and even just holding Hot Dog there. Clean textbook stuff from them.
If you're Grayhound at this point, though, you're down 13-4, sure. You might not do too well on the rest of this map, but they've got the gigantic bailout sign that is awesome. Look at this double push. It's a contact play, and it's not worked out. The flashbang is miles too late to save the lives of Malta and Tux. And while Pracken is tagged for 94, that leaves the rest of the Chiefs side significant difficulty. Especially with Urcast walking in here, just trying to catch out these players as they throw utility. Inzanel still looks like they're aware of it though, but given this situation that they're in. They've got to divide their time between checking all sorts of angles, and Inns is not going to check for Urcast, lurking in towards Old Hell. Now it's Alistair towards Ivy. 2 versus 5. He's got to make a play here. He's got to do something. He's actually going to tuck himself in the cutout and try and win this fight in Ivy. He can't do it. It's Moe to take him down. Now all on Pex. He will get himself 1 kill at least. And his Pex, he's good in these situations, but not good enough. Burn, are you okay? We'll close him out. And some life out of Grayhound yet.
Definitely. I'm going to put the confidence right back into them. Chiefs still 13 rounds. Only 2 rounds to match point, and then 1 more to take their first map to then force overpass there. But Grayhound...
Not even force overpass.
Yeah, sorry, not even force overpass. Going overpass no matter what. It's nuke that we're going to be forcing. Let's stay with a good shot.
Forcing nukes is dangerous politically.
Yeah. That's never a good time.
It's not. Urcast pushing in close with the UMP. Will grab himself 1 and that bit of extra cash that comes with that as well. The T's moving the uppers. What is that from Inns? Alright. Running dig headshot. I'm sure there was a counter strap in there, but goodness, it was fast. That's rough if you prack him. He had a guy running out and clothesline him. But the Pistols should be losing out the rest of this round. Their health is low, with the exception of Tux, but there's no kit, no utility, and there goes the only full health player. It's Pex and Alistair left, the USP and a Deagle. If they can get some kills, grab themselves a gun, that'd be the dream, but Burns pushing in. Just got to make sure he checks above him, because if he doesn't, he could get caught in a bit of a crossfire here between Alistair and Pex, but Pex looking the wrong way, and he'll get taken out. Burns' life has been saved. It's fine. He got the kill, but he should be traded here relatively quickly. I don't see any chance of picking up that AK unless he kills Urcast, who's giving him some shoulder picks, giving him some sass. And now it's a very tough spot for Alistair. They're just going to wrap all over him right now, and there we go. It's Gratisfaction to close it. 13-6. Grayhound not out of this one yet. There it is. There's a let's go, boys. They're getting hyped.
They're still feeling the confidence. Got to get hyped up. They've still got a bit of a mountain to climb, but they're looking in a much better stead than they were a few rounds ago. So Grayhound now securing their economy slightly. Gratisfaction now above 5k. No AWP on their side just yet, so maybe just enjoying the aggressiveness and the fast plays with those AKs. Fragging capability. Chiefs almost entirely board up.
Alistair is in a very good spot here.
Alistair, can you see the head? You're so close to it. Just look up slightly.
Oh, he's going to get caught out. Goes for the flick late, but not going to be enough. And that is going to leave it as a man disadvantage for the Chiefs. And they have to now reposition. They've got 2 players in connector. They're just playing... I'm not even going to say double retake, but they're playing quite passively. They've got a player towards Ivy, player in B, 2 in connector, so they can get their fastest rotates possible. It's the one thing with train that you can do. In that connector position, you can rotate very quickly if you need to, and Pex goes for a fight that's perhaps a little bit too ambitious given the situation that he's in. And there's another pick as well. Malta goes down. Urcast can't win the fight against Tux, but it's still a 3-on-4. And Tux is very, very low indeed. The T's still haven't committed anywhere. They're all in the upper B holes. It looks like they're going B, but instead the utility is thrown out the Molotov for the middle of the site. The smoke for lower ramp, trying to make us look like it's going to be a B hit. It's not. Balled by Inns over on the B side. The A side, and he finds himself 2, but that leaves it all up to Pex. And 1 versus 2.
Now Pex just now was 1v2 here. He doesn't have a kit on him. He's going to just try and creep through the smoke. Moe is just almost looking at it, and he's going to find it. Moe's going to shut Pex down. No clutch. No 14th round for Chiefs. If I was Grayhound right now, you'd be feeling pretty confident going forward. You've been shutting down Chiefs enough, and you have to, at some point, realise that Chiefs are going to be on some sort of an eco, which they are now. PT50's across the board, just the USP for... He may upgrade it. No, he's going to keep with it.
There's an SMG.
SMG out. Yep, they've read that it's going to be the eco play. Bracken going to be farming as much money as possible. These CTs are playing aggressively, and it's going to overrun a couple of players. Malta finding 2, taking out Burn and Urcast in successive fashion. It looks like they're going to fall back now, and they're going to just...
Choo-choo wear a train, very appropriately. Moving around as a long line of 5. All of them now starting to flood into connector, and Brackham wants some money. But he's not quite game to go all the way through that smoke, and I wouldn't either. There's 4 very angry CTs. Well, there was. There was a couple, but... He gets to find himself 1.
He's going to find 1. He's probably just going to sit in this position. Tux is on the other side, but no. Brackham is going to shut it down again. It was looking so good for them, and it still is actually. Malta still with that AK in hand. Inns now picking up that Mac 10.
Oh, Malta's found himself another frag. He's on 3 for the round. He's got a Molotov as well. Reads Moe. Moe, though, very quick push for the trades, and there's a shot from Alistair. That's a a strat that doesn't always work. That full-on inner rush, or I suppose the ramp rush. 'Cause if they don't go that way, you're in trouble. That fuse is easy, by the way. If the T's don't go that way, it's not going to work for you, and you look like a dill. You're caught out with your pistols in hand at the wrong side of the map. But it works excellently for Chiefs this time. They roll around as a unit. They trade frag when necessary. They grab themselves the guns that they need, and they close it out.
Absolutely. Now this is going to be the make or break round for Grayhound here. Obviously we see them not much money on really left. Moe and Aircast, I believe, really the only ones with some cash really left.
Grat has got nothing, but he's got that AWP, which is what matters. However, Double AWP is out on the CT side. Tux and Alistair with those. Used to be the Tux was the primary rock for this team. I believe Alistair's been doing it a bit more recently, but Tux will still more than happily take up a second. Tux is just waiting for this cross. The flashbang's there, and he finds the timing. Excellent shot from Tux onto Gratisfaction. Smoke will go out as well. Just deny them. Grayhound, that is not the way. They did everything right there. They had the timing. They had, they had all they wanted. Still didn't work. And Alistair's found a shot into Workhorse as well.
That's it. We are left in sort of an unfavourable position for Greyhounds now. 3v5. Chiefs only one away from match point, and then to take this first map. Chiefs looking to really dominate, take full control of the map here. They've kind of taken one pick towards Ivy and then one pick towards, I think it was towards Team Main.
Peck's going to have to be careful here. He's about to have this one-on-one with Burn. If he's caught looking towards the lower ramp when Burn comes out, he might be in trouble. But Peck's is
sort
smart.
of safe position.
He's playing safe.
Oh, he didn't see it.
Spot the elbow. However, Chiefs has. Now Peck's is going to be able to swing out and fight with his teammate when they're ready. Almost in for the front of the site, but going to force Burn back. Makes it 3 versus 5. Lots of CTs alive.
Definitely.
Crackham bombing back's about to go out T mid, but 20 seconds left. There's going to bomb down right now. Crackham will find himself the one entry. We can move in with his team. There is kits available on the CTs, 3 of them in fact, and Alistair is committing through this, spots out a player, can't quite find it. There are only 10 seconds left though. This bomb needs to go down, and it's going down. Inns can't quite deny it. Moe's there with the save. So bomb will be planted, 2 versus 3. Moe's got the read on the player coming in behind him. There's also this flanking player on Alistair. That's the concern, but Moe's going to hit a shot, goes up high, and now it's all on Alistair. All of a sudden, this 2 versus 4 is converted, and a great shot from Moe to close it out. Grabs himself 3. It's an ace between Moe and Prackham. 3 for Moe, 2 for Prackham. They make it work somehow, and Grayhound, skin of their teeth, they stay alive.
They're just in this, only just. I'm not going to see all that good of a buy coming out from Chiefs. Losing that round, they do sort of lose a lot of the bonuses that they've kind of racked up. Moe, on the other hand, he's on 20 frags right now. He's doing absolutely beautifully with that AK, and then even with that AWP. He's passing it off to Gratisfaction now, but he's doing absolute work all game.
Played very well in the last round, at least. Alistair playing close, team mid, trying to find himself a frag, but it's a battle of the pre-fire. Who's going to hit it first? And the answer is neither. Alistair will back off. Lots of Deagle spam going on, and actually it's Pex who's pushed up in uppers and found a kill. Taking out Urcast. No gunner would be retrieved, but a frag is a frag. And that's going to make Grayhound slow down a little bit, because they will have in their heads that mental image of when they lost this exact sort of round just a little while ago. They don't want that to happen again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alistair looking to find a shot.
Prackham going to be finding Alistair. Moe. He's not going to be hitting the shots. He's getting a couple down. Burn reducing 9 HP. Malta getting absolutely cleaned up after taking Gratisfaction out. The AWP has been dropped. Only the 2 players left. Pex with the AK. If he dropped that one right now, would have been perfect. But Burn just
sharp.
Annihilated him. And it's just Tux left. No armor, just the USP Orion. Beautiful skin. But
you can find Burn if he swings out right. Ooh.
He does have to walk now, though.
And he's spotted Moe. He doesn't know where to look. This is the quick scope, though. That was... If Prackham hadn't turned around just there, if the timing had been on his side, he could have found a free frag or 2 and they could be able to fight the 1v1.
100%.
Unfortunately not. It's one of those things. If the timing doesn't go your way, what are you going to do? Welcome to Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
It's like the... I'm sure you've seen all the accelerated videos of someone scoping on an AWP, scoping on an angle with an AWP for like 33 seconds or something specific. They unscope and they get fragged instantly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Love it.
I think that's happened to me so many times.
You don't. You hate to see it. I'm lying to you. Again, with the utility into A from Grayhound. Seen it a few times this game. Not for the Chiefs, but it's here. That said, though, look at the position of the bomb.
Yeah, right at the back towards the back of Team Main.
Holding an Ivy push.
Getting picked up by Grat now. He's going to be making his way towards B uppers through In's finding
Oh,
two. Where's
no.
that coming from?
That's
Finding
pushing
two
a
in
team mid, now he's got an AK.
He's found another one for a teammate.
That's
He's going
actually-
to toss it back.
It's small things like that, but it's smart play. That is terrifying now for Chief, not for Chief, sorry, for Grayhound. Chiefs are loving it. They've got themselves 2 AKs. They're putting them in the hands of Inns and Alistair. Nurcast has found himself in a very advanced position. Coming in with this frag on Nurcast. He still can't find that. Nurcast is magically overcommitted. He has to get this kill. The grenade not going to knock him down, though. With the denial for the bomb plant from Pex. He runs out of ammo. That's unfortunate, but he leaves Grat so low. He's going to plant in the middle of the bomb train in a 2 versus 3. That also would have been at the start. That would have been it, but now Grat has swung out. And there's no utility to make this kill any easier. But Tux with the Deagle. The Deagles are magical for Chiefs this round. They've still got to find 2 more frags. If they can find that one, it would have been it. But it's Zercast who takes out Inns, and it leaves Tux to find 2 players, both very low in health.
This is very doable.
It's winnable, but it's difficult. And Zercast playing the shoulder peek game. Tux doesn't know exactly where these guys are. He should have a clue in just a second. Now he's spotted out one. The Molotov that could have been used on Grat is not going to be used well enough. And Grayhound will survive. Again, these rounds are so close, though. If Tux had put that Molotov into the gap where Grat was standing instead of out the back...
Yeah, that would have been GG for him, I reckon.
Is that just a yell of call?
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Guys, we're calling attack pause because you have to call. I don't know if that's what it was. It's what it sounded like. Hold on.
Yeah, I've got no idea. I just hear screaming behind me, and I sort of ignore it for a second, to be honest, sometimes.
Yeah, I had one cut my headset off for a second to try and hear what they were saying, and they quietened down. So timing, typical.
That's it.
Chiefs can buy back into this round, though. Look at all that money. 6K on the 3 players who don't have rifles right now. There's an AWP on Ali. Will we see a second one on Tux?
Chiefs need to close this out. They've allowed Grayhound really to come back into this game and put themselves in a good stead to move forward. But we are with a full buy now. They should be able to do something.
Interesting, the 11-4 halves are so weird in this game. The first half 11-4 that we actually had all 11-4s so far. The 11-4 half we had on Cage between TM and DS was eventually a 16-12. Then we had an 11-4 that was a 16-5. So that one went the way it should. This one's looking to go quite a long way as well. So if this pattern keeps, Chiefs should win the next map, or whoever wins this map should win the next one. Well, I mean, to keep this pattern, Chiefs have to do it with a few rounds, but I don't think they're going to win over past that cleanly. That said, there is double push out towards Ivy for the Chiefs. Don't want to peek this though just yet, which is wise as Gratisfaction is locking down that angle, waiting for that push. The rest of Grayhound waiting around, trying to see if someone's going to find a pick that they can work off. In the meantime, they're going to passively take what map control they can.
Definitely. Grap just playing very patient, actually. He's watching that lane. He might have an angle on Alistair at some point. I do see them kind of on opposite sides, one towards Ivy, one towards teammate, and Grat now falling back. Or not. He's going to be, what's he doing? He's probably setting up for a smoke for his teammates to push out into maybe through teammate. I see the pop out from Aircast as well, joined by Burn. I see something through Pop Dog. We'll see a sort of a split A.
Here comes some smokes out for the A bomb site. There is still this player, it's Tux, who's out Ivy to look for. Be a bit of annoyance if he rotates in properly, but it's Malta on top of the first blue train. Looking for these frags, and the T's have not yet pushed. He spots a hand. Looking for the kills now. They're coming out. He's going for a big spray and can't find it. Lots of damage, though. Gratisfaction is going to get a frag to Alistair. In the meantime, it's the rifles left. Inns finds one. Moving around this bomb train. He's dancing with death, dancing with wolves. Grayhound's really dancing for his life. It's not going to work. Not going to work out for Pex at least. Inns is still here. Going down once again, and there's a step out and a frag. It's all on Tux, and they know exactly where he is. Lots of spam coming his way, and Prackham's going to close it with a headshot and a let's go, boys. 3 players stay alive.
I'm almost certain I heard a yeah, the boys.
They just did it. That was a let's go, Moe.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I'm sure it was a let's go, boys before.
My lord. Chiefs now in a very uncomfortable position. They've only got, the round difference is only 3 rounds now. Grayhound and 11. Chiefs now still on 14. The Grayhound most certainly going to be probably taking this to 12. Unless Chiefs can steal this again.
Oh, look at that from Burn. He was just waiting for that boost. Caps away, bam, clothesline, see ya, deleted. But Burn's the kind of player who I almost expect to hit that. If he'd gone for that shot in the air, I wouldn't be surprised to see him hit it. But there's Urquhart with the headshots. At this point, Grayhound just waiting around, knowing the CTs are in a bit of a pushy mood. Gonna wait for him to do it. Gonna frag them when they do. And so far it's worked out. Round 2, and it's a missed shot from Inns means that he has to get on his bike and fall back. The Willow players pushing him. Throws a few bullets around, just trying to spam, trying to deter him from doing it. But it's still only the pistols, and it looks like it's only Inns right now as Smoke in middle might be on to B.
To the A site now. The bomb's actually heading there. Probably going to be the direct frag entry. Not find too much. And still in his connected position with this Deagle. He's not going to be able to find too much through that smoke. In fact, Moe's actually going to find him. And it's just Pex left, just sitting back towards CT. Back of the tunnels. He might be able to find Kraken here, try and steal a gun, and he might be able to just walk away with it if he can. Looks like he is. He's going to fall back. People are hunting for him. He's going to find Burn. Peck's still alive in a 1v3 situation. He's not going to be able to probably get that bomb defusal, but try and take as many players as he can with him.
That's the aim right now, but he's about to walk into a crouching Grat. There's a shot that's been missed, and now he knows about it, but he's still so paranoid about running from everywhere. Goes for a grenade to try and save himself. I don't even know what that was. I really hope you guys can hear the yelling that the players are doing, because otherwise, if we're just being confused at silence, then that'll be weird. But trust me, they're having a good talk, having a good yell, and that one just sounded like that.
I think it's a cow.
I think it might be a Grayhound, mate. That's the animal they're going with.
I don't even know if a Greyhound could toss out like that.
Yeah, but they're called Greyhound, not cow gaming.
Grey cows. What now, brown cow? But, yeah. Anyway, Chiefs still 14 rounds. That eco not really working out for him again like it did previously. I think they're going to play a little bit more passive now. Now they've got the full buy. They have the utility to hold these guys off for as long as they can. Grayhound still unmanned down now. Malta being able to find a frag. Very spread out across the map now. Chiefs not bunching up like they were previously. A bit more spread out now, kind of stacking towards this B side. They've seen the flashbang go out. See what they can do. Moe going to be the entry fragger once again, pushing onto this site. It's going to be Hex, and it's also going to be Int, who's going to be the direct contact. So this is actually falling back away from this. Same with Alistair. Alistair actually holding that long angle now with that orb. If they're a bit unsure if it's going to be a B hit or an A hit, they're a bit unsure as of yet. They don't have all the information.
They've got the anchors committed. It's once again Pex on this bomb train. He's put in a valiant effort so far. Meanwhile, Malta finds a kill down pop. Alistair's watching Upper and Pex in and around the side. He's been so strong at, and here comes the push. Pex going to be looking for these kills as soon as he gets a chance. Gratisfaction, though, ready with the counter. They get a Molotov onto him for the peek. He peeks before it anyway, but Grat is still ready for that shot.
Definitely.
Bomb goes down. 3 versus 4. Doable for Grayhound, and they've all moved back and taken upper control there. You see Prackham had Grat peeking with him just to try and get the trade frag if there was one, but instead it's the orbs coming through. Now Grat's about to have an issue! No, he's not! Gratisfaction stepping up, but now he needs to do it all. He's found 3 kills. Needs to be on for the ace at this point. Goes for the Fallen style peek, but not towards the bomb just yet, as they haven't tapped it. But there is an orb. Force scope got him! Grat hits another one! No way! He's looking for this last shot. Has to go and touch the bomb. The spam is there! And Grat so close! He hit him! 5 HP. Grat hit the shot, but Inns is just going to get on that defuse.
I feel robbed.
What a heroic effort from Grat, though. That was 4 and whatever 95% as a fraction is.
Yeah, it was very close. It was 95%. Let's just say
4 and 95%, but I wanted like 4 and a fraction. 4 and 9.5 tenths. That's a fraction. Sort of. I guess I could do 4 and 18 20ths, but you know, very close to an ace.
It's very close indeed, and almost saved Grayhound from keeping Chiefs on match point, but it's not quite good enough. But as we do see, that damage has forced Chiefs to have now 2 UMPs. Although deadly weapons, they're not going to be able to stack up against his AKs at long range. And that could be the downfall of Chiefs in this round, potentially. Greyhound still have all the AKs and the AWP on Gratisfaction left to use, so this could be interesting. Greyhound could find their 13th, or Chiefs, if they can surprise, they can get the initiative with those UMPs, play some close angles, they'll be able to seal the game in. Oh, that guy's just getting dinked slightly, only 10 HP.
He was trying to like crouch under. He goes, no, I don't want to be hit by this. I know what they're doing and I don't want it, and he gets dinked for 10. But 10, you know, who cares? Actually, no, he might. That potentially puts him in one-shot range for those M4s. Because the M4 does between 89 and 91 in one.
So it could be a one-tap for...
Could be a one-tap for his teammates.
Obviously, the Chiefs players do not know this, so they're not going to be... As we've seen from a couple of players, have been going for some of these prolonged sprays when they've been caught out in some situations. Hopefully really keeping their cool with the sort of calm collected spray downs. But obviously getting flashed out. Just seeing if he can find anything. He's going to get caught by that Molotov heavy. Going to brought down.
Through it.
Inns finding
They won't expect that at all. They Molotov this. They think this is clear. And now Malt's in a fantastic position. Grat doesn't think it's clear. Grat doesn't... Alright then, Grat doesn't care. Alistair, what was that? Can't find another frag though. It's all on Praken 1 versus 2 to hold off this map. Win for the Chiefs. He's Molotov that anyway. There's only 18 seconds left. These guys are just going to play passive. They're already shooting at him. Difficult for Praken, and he cannot find it. 16-12 is the win for the Chiefs over Grayhound. Doesn't get much closer than that. It actually mirrors the score of the first game we had between Tainted and Darksider, which means that therefore Chiefs are going to win Overpass 16-5, right?
It has to be.
I don't know how that works in the context of Greyhounds and Overpass and losing 5-16, but according to the pattern we've already established,
that's
what has to happen.
We've actually seen this across a lot of the series. We've seen very similar games happen, like night after night, where things have just kind of played out perfectly. But, I mean, Chiefs, you know, in every right, their first half, their T half was absolutely perfect. They couldn't have asked for really any more. 11-4 once again, you know, is a perfect start. Whereas, you know, Greyhound has the same sort of thing once again. The Darksider did they manage to claw their way back so close, but just not able to finish it out. Just maybe a couple of missed plays and just like honestly a couple of really great spray downs by the Chiefs players to finish things off.
It's worth noting as well that talking about the 11-4s that we've had, 2 of them were 11-4s where the 11 was Ts.
Yeah.
But one of them, in the second map of Tainted versus Darksided, it was 11 rounds for TM on the CT side.
Yeah.
So we've had 2 really T-sided 11-4s and 1 CT-sided 11-4, which is meaningless because it's on different maps and different teams, but it's a fun fact.
But it's interesting to see that so many of these games are just being so heavily like stacked.
Yeah. Now, talking about these 2 teams, Chiefs versus Greyhound on Overpass, I'm going to pull up the head-to-head for this again because it's nice to have. Who doesn't like stats? I do. Greyhound versus Chiefs. I have way too many pages. All right, Chiefs versus Greyhound Overpass. So, 16-9 in favour of, at the time, Immunity.
Yep. And
16-13 in the favour of Greyhounds. So that was earlier in the season of CGPL and then in the Asian Minor Qual, like I mentioned before the game. So it's 2-0 on Overpass in favour of Greyhounds. But it's worth noting that those are a 16-9 and a 16-13. That's more rounds than a lot of teams get on Overpass against Greyhounds.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think that just really comes down to the caliber of team that we're talking about here. Yeah. Chiefs, you know, for all intents and purposes, and we saw it in that train game, their fragging capability, especially with their entry fraggers, is huge. And that's where they're making room for the rest of their players, you know, on the T sides at least, they're making room for the rest of their players to set up and do holds. And even though it hasn't been working, you know, sometimes on that that first half, but for the majority, about 95% of the time, you know, they're able to just open the map up and open sites up and force retakes. It
works well. And I mean, for comparison, while we're talking stats, Greyhounds played Darksided online for this season, got a 16-13 win over past theirs. That's another close game like the Chiefs. But if we take that same pair of teams, go back a little bit further, look at AEM LAN, 16-2 on Overpass in favour of, at the time, Immunity over Darksided. Yeah. So if that helps put it in perspective, I guess, the Chiefs have had 2 close games on this map against Greyhounds, whereas other teams haven't performed as well. I mean, Team of Minds haven't even played Greyhounds on Overpass. They have not recently.
It's possibly always been just an instant ban for them.
Yeah.
And I think that would honestly be the wise move, considering the fact that you've got such destructive power from Greyhounds on Overpass.
Yeah, and because of how versatile their CT setup is as well.
Exactly. And as we're bringing it sort of back to their quick rotates, it's so dangerous. It's so hard to hold off. You know, you can isolate one player, sure, but there's going to be people backing him up in less than 10, like I'm going to say 6 seconds.
Yeah, something like that. And the other thing that Greyhounds really like doing in Overpass as well is boosting. So I mentioned the boost at the ABC, the back of graffiti position, where they boost up over the wall. But if they're not doing that, I think it's usually Burn as well, who's jumping up over the boost to check into the pit below connector, or into the water below connector, and then spamming through that boost. There's like the 2 wall bangable panels of wood there that they really love abusing. They'll jump over that, they'll spam through them and get the early damage, as well as I'm fairly certain I've seen Grat playing Heaven, like jumping up and peeking over. Because if you get on the railing and jump, you can see connector door. Yeah. So you can peek over that way and then go for wallbangs with the AWP. So they really like, you know, getting these unexpected, not even unexpected, but unusual sort of vantage points.
Yeah, I guess conventionally they're off angles. Yeah. You know, if you're going to look at sort of the standard way you're going to hold a bomb site, you know, you've got Heaven really kind of watching down towards Monster, or even just kind of sort of watching short maybe. You've got the barrels position watching either Monster or short. You don't really expect a lot of play kind of happening over between that wall, unless it's going to be the wall bang or the jump shots or anything like that, you know, coming across directly on that wall. You don't really expect the player on Heaven, you know, actually watching it. So, you know, I think it could be something Chiefs expect though, and it could be something
if they've watched their demos, I'm sure. I mean, I know Chiefs are good demo watchers. Like I know
Yeah.
they're big on the prep, so I'm sure they do. But the other thing is as well, I mean, Chiefs will be starting on the CT, as you do when it's usually you pick CT on your opponent's map pick. It's just standard meta. But I remember watching. It was Chiefs versus Greyhounds, I'm sure, and it was Chiefs winning their T-side pistol because they defeated the setup that Greyhound had by playing fast con.
Yeah.
So they all went fast con and then split up towards the bathrooms. I'm gesturing. There's no map here, but just if you know overpass, imagine it's sort of where my hands are, and just imagine that my gestures make sense. Thank you. They go con up fast through the stairs. There was 2 CTs set waiting for them. I think it was Moe and Urkaf, something like that.
Yeah.
Crossfired, one down in the corner, one up top. They just killed them both in round 3.
Yeah.
Which obviously
I
you can't count on beating crossfires every single time. But
no, definitely not.
It's the sort of thing that works.
I mean, obviously, unless you're able to isolate one of the players, flash him out or smoke him off or something like that. But in that connector area, it's really hard to do that.
Especially on a pistol round, you're not going to have that many flashes and smokes.
Exactly.
Usually, it's like 1, maybe 2 util players.
And to be honest, you're probably more likely to actually use it when you finally reach the bomb site. You're not going to use it trying to actually just isolate pistol players. You're going to rely on maybe just brute force getting through and trading off.
Yeah, like if you're ever using flashbangs to isolate pistol players, it's on an anti-eco.
Yeah.
Using a flashbang to try and blind someone out of a particularly annoying corner or a Molotov force them out of it or something like that. You're not going to do that on pistol.
No, exactly.
I mean, I can't wait to see the team. It's probably just going to be 5 gold Bs, but they ditch armor and buy full util and just full execute every single pistol round and hope the lack of armor doesn't matter. But
yeah, pretty much. I mean, and it's sort of a dangerous
thing. Instead of being big
thing.
and just be called gob.
Yeah.
It's 5 gobs. Bad joke. But, it's the point is that's not standard. So
no, it's definitely not. And
the other thing that's just occurred to me, by the way, semi-related. Chiefs and Grayhound just walked out past us to go, have chat about things for the next map, which means they've now heard me say all of this, and they're going to completely change their setup.
Yeah, probably.
Chiefs are going to be like, we run Monster exclusively every round now. And Greyhound will be like...
every single round.
Yeah, Greyhound will be like, CT, we're going to take Playground and T-Spawn and then 5 stack on the slide. That's our plan.
Yeah. It could be. You never know.
Somehow I doubt it, but... I just sort of realised the problem with talking in-depth strategic stuff about particular teams when they're in the building without the big headsets on.
Yeah, especially when they have a pause and they're actually able to get away from the desks. But, I think this is where it's going to be definitely a sort of a game of the entry fraggers versus the crossfires. That's going to be the crucial thing is, we have such dangerous potential from the Chiefs to have, like we were saying before, opening up the sites, getting quick entries, getting 1 or 2 without even being traded out, and just being able to just make room for the rest of the team. Whereas Greyhound are relying on those crossfires, they're relying on sort of that early pick, as we saw from Moe, when he was playing the B ramp and he was looking up and he was able to get that early pick and fall back. Obviously, it wasn't working out too well for them. Chiefs were just able to overrun
Chiefs were just like, all right, if you're going to do that, we're just going to chase you and pick you every time.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where those entry frags come in. We're seeing Pex and Tux just really smash it out. Whereas, Greyhound, they'll get an early pick and then they'll consolidate positions and they won't contest things that they know they're going to lose. It's just unfortunate. You just can't get away from some positions. So
yeah, there's some positions that are usually referred to as like a one and done.
Yeah.
Which is typically you get 1 kill and you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, players, the good players, like I'm not going to say other people bad players, but to highlight a few examples, right? Your Urcasts, your Gratisfactions, those sort of calibers of players, or I suppose your ins. Your ins on the hands of in Chiefs, right? They're the players who sit in these one and dones and they get 2 or 3 kills somehow. But
somehow. But they're freak and they're not standard. They're not regular.
Yeah, so they're not exactly standard. But guys, we're going to go to a very short break here while we get some things sorted out, get the players ready to go. We'll be back very soon with map number 2, which will be overpass between Greyhounds and Chiefs. Chiefs with a 1-0 lead. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to map number 2 here, eventually, between Chiefs and Grayhound. We'll be over on Overpass, which is Grayhound's pick. We just see Train go by. If you missed it, it was 16-12 in the favour of the Chiefs. Even after an 11-4 first half, Grayhound made it close, they made it competitive, but couldn't quite get it across the line. So Chiefs will win their own map pick, and we'll be going on to Grayhounds now, which we've talked to death about, but we can do a little bit more. Overpass, it's one we expect Grayhound to win. If you've missed the previous however long we talked about this for, but it's one we expect Greyhounds to win, and then the third map, if we get there and need it, will be Nuke.
Yeah, I think Nuke will be the real linchpin. I wouldn't be completely surprised if that was a game that went into overtime, just simply for the fact that both teams are so evenly matched on it. Whereas this one, it's hard to pick still, but I think Grayhound will just scrape through. You know, we talked about
depends on their T side really, because we know their CT side and Overpass is good, but because they pick the map, Chiefs get to pick the side, and therefore Chiefs picked CT, which is standard. So if Grayhound can get a decent side going, you know, sort of 5, 6, 7 rounds, if they don't win the half on T side, they should be fine on CT. But it just depends on what Chiefs can put in on the CT side.